Brooklyn was that a boom. I didn't get the
Epstein list. Let's see.
The bombshell Jeffrey Epstein list has been revealed. Bill Clinton, Prince Andrew, Professor Stephen Hawking, and David Copperfield are amongst the high-profile figures who have been named in the newly released U.S. court documents.
Stephen Hawking?
Identifying associates of sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, which were made public last night. The list of names is part of a settled lawsuit filed by Jeffrey Epstein victim Virginia Jeffrey against sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell. The case was settled in 2017, but Jeffrey, and many others, have long called for the names to become public. The bombshell Jeffrey...
Yo, that's what they... Bro, I just said out loud what they typed, bro. Stephen Hawking? Yo, that... Bro, I'm not pointing fingers, but Stephen Hawking, man. Let's see what's...
Okay, the Jeffrey Epstein list is out. Do not eat these. Okay, so here's the official Epstein list, but they did redact 4 names. Okay, let's go over it. Obviously, Ghislaine Maxwell, Virginia Lee, Kathy Alexander, Miles Alexander, James Ostrich, Philip Barton, redacted. Kate Blanchett, which that hurt, dude. David Boyes, Lauren Booth, Evelyn Boulay, Rebecca Boylan, Naomi Campbell, girl.
Dang.
You were only throwing phones. Carolyn Casey, Paul Cassell, Jaron Churcher, Bill Clinton. Not shocking at all. David Copperfield, Alexander Cousteau, Cameron Diaz. That also hurts. What the fuck, Cameron? Leonardo DiCaprio. That's not shocking at all. Alan Dershowitz. Dr.
What did I do?
Mona
I wasn't on the
Devins,
list.
Whatever. Redacted. Bradley Edwards, Amanda Ellison, Simmerly Espinoza, Jeffrey Epstein, obviously. Annie Farmer, Marie Farmer. There's a lot of girls on this. Alexandra Fikai, Crystal Figueroa, Anthony Figueroa. Were they married or siblings? Either way, weird. Luis Frey, Eric Ganny, Meg Garvin, Sheridan Gibson Butte, Robert Jufre Al Gore. What? Ross Gow, Fred Graff, Philip Guderian, redacted. Shannon Harrison, Stephen Hawking. What? Stephen! Victoria Hazel, Brittany Henderson, Brett Jeff, Michael Jackson. Oh, God. Carol Robert Kess, Dr. Karen Kutikoff. Only one doctor so far. Peter Listerman, George Lucas. George Lucas?
Georgie boy.
Tony Lyons,
Georgie
Bob
boy.
Meister, Jamie Mellinson, Lynn Miller, Marvin Minsky, redacted. David Mullen, Joe Pagano, Mary Paluga, J. Stanley Pottinger, Joseph Ricari, Michael Rader, Mark Tafoya, Brent Tyndall, Kevin Thompson, Donald Trump, Ed Tootle. Stop.
Mr. T. I call him Mr. T.
Vag. Yeah. Kimberly Vaughn Edwards, Crescenda Valdez, Anthony Valadares, Maritza Vasquez, Vicky Ward, Jaron Weisfeld, Courtney Wild, Bruce Willis, Daniel Wilson, Andrew Albert. That is a long name, Mr. Duke of New York. And this isn't even the entire list. This is just part of the list. But I thought it should be on TikTok. So there we go. Spread the word.
All right, y'all. So there's the names. So, you know, we all kind of understand the premise of this was apparently to do devious acts, and we'll leave it there. So, you know, you can't just outright say that all of these people were involved in it. But yo, ever since I was freaking a young freaking kid watching Hollywood, all of this rumors about these like deviant acts that would be committed in Hollywood, that was all I heard about all that, man. And to see all this like now is crazy, bruh. It's pretty freaking crazy. Let's see if there's any articles. Epstein list article. See. All right. Do, 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 do. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. I appreciate all
The
the
release of the
support.
first batch of unsealed court documents containing the names of alleged victims, employees, and former associates of Jeffrey Epstein, the deceased convicted sex offender, began on Wednesday, January 3rd. Some of the documents have been previously released, and most of the high-profile names in the first batch have previously been reported. Prince Andrew, as well as former Presidents Donald Trump and Bill Clinton, are named, though Trump and Clinton are not accused of wrongdoing. The 40 exhibits released Wednesday evening were part of the defamation lawsuit first filed in 2015 against Ghislaine Maxwell, who in June 2022 was sentenced to 20 years in prison for her involvement in the scheme. The lawsuit was settled out of court in 2017. The documents include numerous references of massaging of Epstein by young women, as well as Maxwell's deposition. U.S. District Court Executive Ed Friedland confirmed to NBC News the documents and names will be released on a rolling basis starting on Wednesday, as there are dozens of documents. The names of anonymous parties who have objected to the release of the documents will be held until a later date, Friedland said. Often mistakenly referred to as Epstein's list, here's what to know about the documents, which are expected to include more than 150 names with ties to Epstein. Why are the documents being released now? A New York judge in December ordered for dozens of court documents to be unsealed from a civil lawsuit filed in 2015. The lawsuit was filed against Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's associate who was sentenced to 2 decades in prison for recruiting and grooming girls and young women to be sexually abused by the disgraced financier. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell in 2005. Joe Schildhorn/Patrick McMullen/Getty Images. On December 18, U.S. District Judge Loretta Preska ordered for materials including previously redacted records, such as deposition transcripts, to be released after January 1, according to court documents. So what is Epstein's list, and will there be client names on it? On social media, some have referred to the court document releases as a list of Epstein's possible clients, a characterization that is not accurate. Recommended. News. Father and son arrested in connection to double homicide of pregnant teen and her boyfriend.
What the
Pets
heck?
and animals. There's a new official AKC dog breed on the block, Lancashire Heeler. More than 150 names of Epstein's associates, alleged victims, employees, and others are expected to be among the documents to be released. Some of the people who were named only have a passing connection to Epstein and the scandal. Preska said in the order that most of the names were already known through other public filings, testimony during Maxwell's criminal trial, or other ways. A number of the names are associated with behavior that is not salacious, Preska said. The names of minor victims who have not testified in the case or whose identities have not been previously made public will not be released, according to Preska. Where do the names come from? Schoberg said Copperfield did magic.
All right, so David Copperfield. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see what else we got on here.